Good day. This is the winning margin where margins are built, not found. I'm Monica McCoy, political strategist. So today I want to talk about an election that is not happening for another year and a half. And you may say, Monica, why in the world are we talking about the presidential election when we haven't even gotten past the midterms? Well, the reason for that is because the fight over how to run it just got real. This past weekend, the Democratic Party finalized their 2026 presidential primary calendar. And guess what state is going first? Think about it. You're right, South Carolina. South Carolina goes first now, not Iowa, not New Hampshire. So here are the states that go after South Carolina: Nevada, New Hampshire, New Mexico, Michigan, and Virginia. So this is all ahead of Super Tuesday. But guess which state was left completely out? Yes, Iowa was left out. And they have led the process for 50 years, and they are out entirely. So here's why I want you to pay attention to the calendar. The reason for this is because who is leading has been decided, the state that's leading has been decided 18 months ahead of the presidential primary. And before a single candidate even gives a single speech, the party has already decided which voters get listened to first. And think about the demographics of South Carolina. You have diversity with Black voters included, you have rural voters included, and you have voters who are from the South who are traditionally not heard in these early months. So that is not a scheduling detail. That is the most upstream decision in the entire race, because the state that goes first shapes the entire national conversation. So I want you to really understand that this is a real fight. This is not just an announcement. So New Hampshire has a state law that requires that they are to hold the first primary in the country. The DNC has a calendar that says otherwise. Something has to give, but the party has already signaled they're moving forward with South Carolina. So this is the same lesson I'm going to keep bringing to you podcast after podcast, just at a different altitude. I want you to understand that whoever controls the rules controls the race long before anyone counts the votes. So here's the calendar that you may say, oh, Monica, why should we be concerned? I know you may think this may be procedural, but I want you to know that it is not procedural, because this determines where candidates are going to spend their time first. So they're going to spend their most important months talking to who do you think? They're going to be spending a lot of time speaking to voters in South Carolina. So this does not mean that the other states don't matter. Yep, my earring just fell out. We're going to keep going. It means that the state that decides which candidate is going to survive long enough to be taken seriously enough everywhere else. So here's the margin note. Watch the fights over the rules as closely as you watch the fights over the candidates. By the time you're choosing between names on the ballot, the real decisions are made by whoever wrote the calendar. So I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. But before then, remember, margins are built. Go build yours.